And it's Ken Kreitzer for Competitiveness Media. We are at the Council on Foreign Relations in New York City. Very honored to be invited. We have a chance to talk to the moderator of a session on innovation keys and the competition with China, and that is Nicholas Thompson from The Atlantic. Nicholas, great to see you. What was a highlight for you? A lot of discussion about the importance of AI today.
The highlight was the consensus in the room, on the stage, that the AI competition with China is fierce, that it's going to become fiercer, and that there's a whole series of strategic elements where the U.S. is going to have to pay a lot of attention, not just building up AI capabilities, but private-public partnerships, building up energy capabilities, since that'll be a crucial component of AI growth in the future. Lots and lots of discussion about how intense this competition is, and how in some ways it seems a little bit like U.S.-Soviet Union strategic competition 70 years ago.
And how can the U.S. be able to maintain its competitive advantage? In some cases, some would say it's working with NATO partners, working with partners in the Pacific. Is that part of the solution?
Yeah, I think part of the solution is working with partners, working with democracies, working with the countries that are easy to work with. Also working with countries that are hard to work with, working with the global south, working in places where we don't have as strong relations, and then also building up our capabilities, but not just the capabilities in the way we normally think about it. If you think about AI competitiveness, a lot of it depends on the power of the frontier models. A lot of it also depends on the infrastructure, whether it's the chips, whether it's the energy supply that can power all that. And a lot of it is competition policy, making sure that American companies are as strong as possible. Now, there are real risks, and the risks of viewing this as a strategic conflict, viewing it as a conflict between the United States and China in some ways solidifies the conflict that exists. But as the moderator, reflecting what the room believes, it certainly seems like the consensus was the U.S. needs to push very, very hard.
Nicholas, tell us about some of the topics you're writing about in The Atlantic.
Well, so I'm the CEO. I don't oversee editorial, but we are covering the election. We're covering democracy around the world. We are covering the rise of authoritarianism, the pushback for democracy. We're covering what's happening in Gaza. But we also cover health, culture, and your favorite new films.
Nicholas Thompson from The Atlantic. Great to see you here at the Council on Foreign Relations. Ken Kreitzer for Competitiveness Media.